Yet something feels misaligned. You're exhausted before the morning even unfolds. Your mind feels like a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. Your emotions seem to have a life of your ability to concentrate slips through your fingers. Deep inside, you know it. Your vitality is slipping, but where is it vanishing to? What or who is siphoning it off? Now consider this. What if the greatest danger to your inner calm is the external world, but the invisible currents within your own mind? What if safeguarding corners of yourself you've overlooked, suppressed, or never even recognized? In this journey, we'll uncover how to shield your energy through the clear-eyed, profound wisdom of Carl Jung, the Swiss thinker who reshaped how we view the psyche, the self, and the spirit. Jung didn't just probe what we feel. He dug into why we feel it, and more crucially, who within us is experiencing those feelings. The answers might startle you, and they could transform how you live. We'll explore ideas like the shadow, projection, individuation, and psychic inflation, but without the scholarly haze. We'll distill them to their core, so you can weave them into your life. Your mental clarity, your decisions, your energy will uncover a truth so simple yet so life-altering, it could reshape your inner world. 1. Emotional coercion, posing as affection. When someone repeatedly makes you feel ashamed for setting boundaries or voicing your needs, it's not love, it's manipulation. Jung believed that denying your inner truth sickens the soul. Emotional coercion chips away at your self-belief, convincing you your needs are a burden. Over time, you lose touch with your own voice, mistaking discomfort for closeness. This subtle control disguises itself as care, but it trains you to prioritize connection over your own well-being. Ask yourself, are you protecting a bond or sacrificing your truth? 2. Disdain, cloaked as candor. I'm just keeping it real often masks cruelty delivered with a smile. Jung taught that the psyche thrives on affirmation, not degradation. True honesty uplifts, even when it challenges. Disdain, however, seeks to dominate, not connect. It wounds quietly, eroding your confidence with every sharp word. This dynamic turns communication into correction, leaving you smaller with each exchange. If criticism overshadows care, you're not growing, you're shrinking. Notice the difference between truth that heals and truth that harms. 3. Restriction, framed as concern. When someone curbs your freedom under the guise of protection, they may be projecting their own fears. Jung called this the shadow's need to control. Love doesn't cage, it liberates. Restrictions disguised as care often stem from insecurity, not affection. Slowly, you trade your autonomy for their comfort, losing the version of yourself that once felt boundless. Genuine concern encourages growth, not confinement. Reflect. Does this care expand your world or shrink it? 4. Gaslighting, the theft of your reality. Gaslighting is a psychological ambush. It's when your experiences are denied until you doubt your own mind. Jung said, "What we resist in others can reveal ourselves." But when your reality is constantly questioned, you're not being enlightened, you're being unmoored. Gaslighting dismantles your trust in your own perceptions, leaving you dependent on another's version of truth. This fog of doubt isn't guidance, it's disorientation. Trust your inner compass. It's stronger than the lies. 5. Neglect of your inner spark. When you share your dreams or passions, only to have them dismissed or mocked, it's not partnership, it's suppression. Jung emphasized honoring the authentic self. If your joys or ambitions are belittled, your spirit is being stifled. This rejection silences your inner world, turning your desires into sources of shame. A relationship that invalidates your essence isn't connection, it's erosion. Your passions deserve to be celebrated, not buried. 6. Persistent absence of compassion. Empathy is the heartbeat of intimacy. Without it, no true bond exists. Jung knew that when your pain is ignored or your emotions are dismissed as trivial, you're not being loved, you're being depleted. A lack of compassion forces you to minimize your needs to maintain the illusion of closeness. Over time, you forget your emotions deserve space. A relationship without empathy is a one-way street, not a shared journey. You deserve to be seen. 7. Recurring betrayal hidden behind apologies. When apologies repeat without change, they're not sincere, they're strategy. Jung noted that patterns reveal intent. If someone hurts you in the same way over and over, they're not struggling, they're choosing. A cycle of betrayal and empty promises traps you in hope, not love. This dynamic dulls your trust, not just in others, but in your own boundaries. Love is accountability, not endurance. Don't confuse loyalty with suffering. If these truths are striking a chord, share this video with someone who needs this clarity. Your support helps SoulSpark create more content that empowers and uplifts. Consider clicking the thanks button below to keep this mission alive. Let's keep going. 8. Self-centeredness masquerading as strength. There's a difference between independence and emotional unavailability. If you're always the one giving, reaching, or trying, it's not mutual. It's unbalanced. Jung saw this as a disruption of energy flow. True strength honors the bond. False strength dodges responsibility. This dynamic teaches you to accept scraps while feeling greedy for wanting more. A relationship should be a dance, not a solo act. Your effort deserves reciprocity. 9. Sarcasm wielded as a blade. Sarcasm may seem playful, but when it stings, it's a veiled attack. Jung observed that unexpressed resentment often hides in humor. If jokes leave you bruised, you're not sharing laughter. You're absorbing hostility. Sarcasm normalizes disrespect, conditioning you to tolerate pain with a smile. Over time, you stop defending your worth to avoid seeming sensitive. Protect your dignity. Safe relationships don't weaponize wit. That's 10. Emotional absence as discipline. Withholding affection or communication to control is not maturity, it's punishment. Jung described such withdrawal as a retreat into shadow. When someone shuts you out instead of engaging, they're not seeking peace, they're wielding silence. This creates fear where love should offer safety. The silent treatment, ignored messages, or sudden coldness fracture your sense of worth. You chase connection only to feel invisible. Love builds bridges, not walls. Carl Jung didn't urge us to condemn others, he urged us to know ourselves. Seeing what you've tolerated isn't weakness, it's the dawn of freedom. These behaviors may feel familiar, even ordinary, but ordinary isn't healthy. Every time you excuse what wounds you, you teach your soul to settle. But your soul was made to soar. Healing begins with naming the truth. This isn't love, it's manipulation. This isn't honesty, it's harm. This isn't passion, it's turmoil. And it's not yours to bear. You're not overreacting, you're awakening. If this resonated, share your thoughts below. Write, "I choose truth over turmoil," or reflect on your journey. Subscribe to SoulSpark for more content that honors your growth. Thank you for being here. Your path is worth celebrating.